We are gathered here today to sip some tea, honey, so make sure you guys have your teacups ready because this tea is what? Piping hot. Hey, you guys, it's your girl T, and I hope everybody's doing good today. Make sure you guys have your teacups ready.
Get ready. Y'all get ready.
Yes, you get ready.
Because this tea is what? Piping hot. All right, so once again, we're back with another Bobby Valentino Dragon Ball T situation, okay? So what's going down now is that once again, everybody's favorite trans sex worker, Reima Houston, is back, and this time she's doing her first legitimate interview since the video leaked, okay? She's meeting with BET, and she's basically telling her side of the story, and she's also basically now all of a sudden denying being a sex worker. She's also claiming there was never any sexual contact between herself and Bobby V. And she also, surprise, admitted that Bobby V is pressing charges against her for extortion. I want you guys to go ahead and check out some of this interview that she did with BET. Check this out, and I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary.
I'm Jamila Mustafa, and today here at BET, we exclusively have Miss Reima Houston here to tell us the truth, in her opinion, about what is going on between Bobby Valentino and the alleged prostitute and all of these things.
Yeah.
And little do they know that this is a college-educated woman. So tell us how you identify with yourself.
I identify as a transgender woman. More certainly, I identify as human.
Now, let's talk about why we're here today. You've been in the news surrounding this humongous blowout with Bobby Valentino, who's to the public, straight man, R&B singer. Tell us a little bit about what happened that day, the clip that so many of us have seen, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, but tell us the story behind the visual.
Okay, so the story behind the visual dates back to about July, when I first met Mr. Valentino at Birthday Bash in Atlanta. Bobby Valentino had an event at a club, and me and my friends met up with them at the club, and he, chose us to come to his VIP section, and things came where we just, ended up in his booth with him.
What was that? What was the conversation like? What vibe would you say that you got from Bobby?
I got the instance of, I'm about to be put on into the industry. I got that vibe of, you meet a celebrity, he's talking about the industry, entertainment, he's talking about putting you into things that's going to get you into the limelight of what you went to school for. I got, okay, this is it. I never got that vibe that would be more than just a business, because once again, I'm in the club. So you have people in the club that approach you all the time. And then when it's a group of girls, you don't know who he's giving that vibe to. So I just had the perception of, I'm just chilling. Okay, this is about business. Let's get to it. He gave it, you give the image of a woman. I'm not going to be asking you to speak. I'm going to be asking you to be seen. So I'm not discriminative against you being transgender. It wasn't, it wasn't like he was like, oh, you're trans. Okay, I'm shying away from it. It wasn't given that.
When he hit you up, and you, of course, accepted his invitation, he accepted your invitation to come over, and he came over, how did it end up to him running down the hallway
Yeah.
and you basically saying, if you want your stuff back, you know what to do?
Right.
How did it go from, I want to put you in a video, to him running down the hallway and us ending up here?
Yes, let's get to that point. So basically, once he enters our home, and I told you he told my friend to leave, which was the other transgender that was at my home. He tells her to leave because she even leaked a video where she said, he asked her to exit the home. So when he gets to my home and we're talking.
Question.
Yes.
Did you feel any reservations, or did she feel anything when he started to ask her friends to leave? Was there any red flags to you at that point?
She never said anything about leaving the home.
And what was that for Bobby Valentino, in your opinion?
I feel it was sex. I feel that Bobby's intentions was to not embarrass himself, to say that he wanted to have sex with a transgender in front of a group of heterosexual women. So he waited till it was the appropriate time to come at me when it was one-on-one to get to the point of matter of what he wanted to do.
When did it turn from just, okay, we're talking video, to whoa,
Okay.
for you?
And that's exactly what I said. Whoa, hello. So I live in a studio apartment.
Okay.
So studio, everything's in one. So I have my sofa in there, I have my bed, everything's one. So you have the couch, which is right in the middle of my home, where he was sitting. And then you have the bed area, which is right next to the couch on the opposite side of the room, which I was sitting. As he's speaking to me about everything, once he gets to a point where he's talking about, transgender and stuff, and he's talking about my backstory, and I'm explaining to him like, yeah, I'm, mass communications, this is what I did, this is how, he's speaking to me. He gets up and starts undressing himself. As he does this, he's talking, I see the pants coming off, so at first I'm like, wait a minute. So I grab my phone, So as I grab my phone, he's like, what you grabbing, you know, what's going on? I'm just like, well, what's going on with this? You know, your pants are coming off, you know, what's going on? I'm like, well, maybe you have the wrong impression. Maybe there's something, you know. So I hand him his shoes. As I'm handing him his shoes, he knocks his shoes out my hand. Once the shoes are knocked out my hand, I'm just like, okay, yo, hence is why his shoes are still there. Which, because he rushed out the home and you knocked him out, which knocked into my closet, which everything connected. So you didn't really have time to find your items because you were too busy trying not to be on camera with me recording you. So then when I lift up his pants to give him his pants, his keys get knocked out because he threw his pants down. And I'm like, okay. So I'm just like this on my phone, slide up, camera, boom, I'm on recording him. He's like, what you doing? So he grabs his pants, pulling it up, trying to get out the house. In the video, I'm saying back up because he's rushing towards me, like trying to grab the phone on my hand. And I'm like, back up in the video. And then in the video, you hear me say things such as, okay, get out my home. And he's like behind trying to get dressed. He never wondered, where are my shoes, where are my keys? He's just trying to get out because he don't want to be recorded.
This is the key question that I think had everyone alluding to the fact that you were a prostitute or whatever about the money.
Right.
That was the whole thing that people were like, the money. And they just put, I guess they just put two and two together and said.
And the thing about it is, before the money was even spoke about, it says, if you want your shoes and your keys, not anything about sex, not anything, okay, if you want to come, you know, if you want your shoes and your keys, then, because you put this false pretense as though I'm about to be put on some gigs that's going to take me places, not only career-wise, but financially. But you gave me the whole different story once you got that one-on-one. So instead of you turning around and come back and get your stuff, you know I was recording, you just tried to scurry off and run and get away from the camera as quick as possible, even making threats after you left about if the video was leaked about you.
So you did not have sex with Bobby Valentino.
No.
There was no oral sex, there was no physical conduct as far as you are concerned. Thus far, Ms. Houston, have you been contacted by Bobby Valentino or his legal team?
Yes, his legal team has reached out to my PR first about cease and desist to halt the press conference that went on today. Furthermore, today during the interview, they have released that they are applying for an arrest warrant for criminal charges due to extortion that they say dealing with $2,000 and extortion.
So they're prepared to take you to court.
Sounds like it, yes.
And you're prepared to lawyer up with your team as well.
Absolutely.
And
all right, so you guys just saw that interview, but now make sure y'all have y'all's teacups ready, honey, because this tea is what? Piping hot. So now, if you guys do not know, fellow YouTuber Tasha K from Unwind with Tasha K, she is dropping some damn wine bombs, okay? I drop tea bombs, she drops wine bombs. So what's going down is that basically on her site, somebody sent her some tea, and basically they're saying that Bobby Valentino just had a newborn baby, okay, with his girlfriend, even though he's allegedly sleeping with transsexuals on the down low. So here goes some of the pictures. Here's the baby's mama. Here's the baby. So this entire situation is just crazy that this man has a whole family and he's involved in this entire situation. Okay, now as far as the interview with Reima and BET, the whole situation makes no sense to me, okay? If there was no sexual activity, then why would money be a part of the conversation? Why would you then take to video and say, you know, here goes your keys, don't forget your shoes, you know, come back when you have some money, you know, call me so that way you'll know what you owe. You know, why did she bring up money if there was nothing sexual exchange? I feel the reason why she's trying to backtrack now is because Bobby Valentino is about to sue that ass for defamation. And surprise, surprise, as much as people been talking about, you know, prostitution and having sex for money, it's illegal. You know what I'm saying? Prostitution is still illegal in places like Atlanta. Yes, a lot of people do it, but that doesn't make it legal. And I think that that's why she's trying to back away from that claim now and say that nothing sexual happened, because she does not want to be hit with prostitution charges nor that lawsuit. If you're so college educated, then why would you resort to extortion just for somebody to return your items? You could have found a better way to get your items, but no, what it is, you didn't keep it real with this interview on BET. You wanted fame, you wanted notoriety, you wanted a social media following. You thought you were going to blow up off of this. You thought you'd be on the Breakfast Club and all over television and, you know, possibly be on Love and Hip Hop ATL. And now that that shit is not panning out for you, now you're trying to backtrack. But you know what, baby? It's a little bit too damn late, okay? Thank you. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. And make sure you click that bell so you can be down with the notification squad, honey. So let's go ahead and get the discussion popping. Go ahead and leave a comment. All right. Deuces. Hey you guys, it's your girl T. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share my videos. You can also visit lovelyti.com to purchase any merchandise. Also, don't forget to click the boxes down below to watch any of my previous videos. Talk to y'all later. Deuces.